Hey guys, it's Danny, and so many of you have been asking me for easy dinner ideas. I figured it was time to give you some inspiration, and I don't know anything easier and more delicious and nutritious than lettuce wraps. There's so many different ways you can make them, so today I am sharing 3 of my favorite varieties with you. Now, the first version is for all of my vegan and vegetarian friends. They are vegan Asian lettuce wraps. Then I've got these absolutely delicious, crunchy turkey taco wraps. And then finally, for those who like it a little spicier, I've got my buffalo chicken lettuce wraps. Now, you can have any of these 3 recipes on your table in under 30 minutes. They are all versatile and they're all very family friendly. So can I please get a big thumbs up for easy, delicious, super nutritious weeknight dinner ideas? Boom. Now, the first recipe I'm making today, the vegetarian Asian lettuce wraps, are from a blog called Well Plated. And the base of the recipe is made from tofu and mushrooms. And these taste just like the famous lettuce wraps from P.F. Chang's. And I gotta tell you, when I tested the recipe, it was perfection, so I did not wanna mess with it at all. So if you guys wanna print the recipe, I will leave a link for you in the description box below. You can head on over to wellplated.com, and if I'm you, I'd take a little time to peruse that blog as well, because Erin, who is the author and the recipe developer, has so many delicious recipes that are definitely worth checking out. So to get started, the first thing we're gonna do is make the sauce for these wraps. So into a small bowl or into a spouted cup, you're gonna combine 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 3 tablespoons of a reduced sodium soy sauce, then 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. This adds a real nice nutty flavor and really brings this sauce together. Gently whisk everything together and then just set that aside for now. Now, another thing you want to do beforehand is prep your tofu. You want extra firm tofu, and the thing with tofu is it holds a lot of water in it. It comes in a container that has water in it. So what I like to do is I just line a few paper towels on the bottom of a plate. I put the tofu on top of that with a couple more paper towels, and then you just want to place something heavy on top of it, like a plate or a tea kettle. I just let it sit for 5-10 minutes. Then I flip it over, and I usually replace the paper towels as well, because you will see that the paper towels are gonna have absorbed all of that moisture. So flip it over, repeat, and just let it sit while you prep the rest of your ingredients. Then when it's time to cook, you wanna pull out a nice big 12-inch skillet, get that heating up over a medium heat, and add just a couple teaspoons of olive oil. Then once that oil has heated through, I'm gonna break my tofu into pieces, and then just using my fingertips, crumble it into little crumbles. You want it nice and small, just like I have here, and continue doing that until you've worked through all your tofu. Then just give it a stir, and I'm gonna let this go for about 5 minutes or so. Then once it has heated through and it's got a nice light brown starting to happen, I'm gonna add in some cremini mushrooms. And with the mushrooms, what all I do is I just wipe them down with a paper towel. Mushrooms are very absorbent, so if you clean them in water, they tend to absorb the water and then they get spongy. So the best way to clean a mushroom is just wipe it with a paper towel and then chop them up nice and fine. Into the pan they go. Give that all a stir, and the goal here is to let all of the liquid evaporate up out of the pan, and then once it does that, give it a couple more minutes for the tofu to get nice and browned. Then when you've got your mushrooms and your tofu right where you want them, you're ready for the rest of the ingredients. So next up, I've got 8 ounces of chopped up water chestnuts. And if you're not familiar with water chestnuts, they're like this super crunchy, non-starchy veggie that even once it's cooked up, it stays really crunchy. So crunchy. So into the pan those go. It's gonna add really great texture to the lettuce wraps when they're done. Then I also have 2 cloves of chopped up garlic, 2 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger, a pinch of red pepper flakes, and you could kick that up a little if you like spice or pull it back if you don't. And then some fresh chopped green onions over the top. Let that go for another minute or 2 until everything is heated through and you see the sauce bubbling in the pan, and then this dish is ready to serve. And what I like to do when I'm serving this to my family is I will just transfer all of the filling into a bowl, and then I'll add some extra toppings on the table, like some radishes and carrots and some extra scallions. And then I like using butter lettuce for this, and what you'll see is that the leaves towards the center are really like good little cup-shaped leaves. So I'll usually take 2 or 3 of those and then pile the filling in, sprinkle some of the toppings over the top, and these are ready to go. If you wanted an extra crunch factor, some chopped up peanuts or cashews would also be insanely delicious with this combo. Next up, I am making my turkey taco lettuce wraps, and this one is probably my personal favorite because I like taco anything. So again, I've got a nice big skillet heating up over a medium heat, and to that I'm adding just 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and then 1 chopped onion goes into the pan once that oil is heated up. Give the onion a pinch of salt, mix it around, and then let this go for about 5 minutes or so, or until the onion begins to look translucent. Then I'm gonna add in 2 chopped up bell peppers. You could of course use the same color, but I love using 2 different colored bell peppers because it just adds more flavor and fun to the dish. It's beautiful, which I personally think makes it more enjoyable. And 2 cloves of minced garlic. Give that all a mix. And then once you get the raw edge off the peppers, they don't have to be cooked all the way through, you're ready to add the meat into the pan. I'm gonna push the peppers and the onions over to one side of the pan, and then I've got 1 pound of organic lean ground turkey. You're gonna get that in your pan and just start slowly breaking it up until you've got little turkey crumbles, and then you're gonna let that go until it's no longer opaque. And I just want to address for a minute, I know that buying organic is not always an option for everybody, and just know that that is okay. You can still eat a really great diet and really great food and never eat anything that's organic. So always make the best choice that's available to you, and then feel good about whatever choice you're making. Once that turkey is opaque and it's not pink anymore, what I like to do is I'll just mix all the onions and the peppers and the turkey together, get that really well incorporated, and then we're gonna add our seasonings. So I have a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then I have 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, which by the way, I'm using a taco mix that I made from scratch. I'll leave the recipe for you guys down in the description box below, or you can of course buy a pre-made mix at the grocery store. Then I've got a 1/2 cup of salsa. Again, this is another place to put your own personal touch. Do you like it spicy? Do you like chipotle? Do you like it mild? Pick your favorite. And a 1/2 cup of water and 1 cup of frozen corn. Gently mix all of this together. You want all of the spices and the seasoning incorporated throughout the dish. Everything looks delicious. Let it get heated through. Once it's got a little bubble to it, this is ready to serve. So shut the heat off, transfer the mixture into a serving bowl, and then for these lettuce cups, I like to serve them in romaine lettuce. Romaine is a little bit crunchier, and it's the lettuce I use whenever I'm eating tacos. So I like to use them as the base. So you get your little romaine laps, spoon in the turkey filling, and then you can really put whatever your favorite taco toppings are on top. Personally, today I'm gonna do some diced up radishes and then some chopped up avocado. A little shredded cheese, some jalapeno, tomatoes, all of those would be insanely delicious here as well. And then last but not least, the buffalo chicken lettuce cups. This one is actually my hubby's favorite, and it's probably the fastest one to make, although all 3 of them are really fast. Now, what I do like to do ahead of time for this one is I take a little shortcut and I buy a rotisserie chicken, and what I like to do is just shred it all up, and I just use my fingers to do this. You can certainly do this after it's been in the refrigerator, but it's much easier to do when you get it home from the store and it's still warm. So you just want to shred it apart. Technically, you need 1 pound of meat for this recipe. So if you are able to weigh it, you may or may not have a little bit extra, but either way, about 1 entire chicken shredded up. Then into a nice big pan, that same saute pan I've been using, heating up a couple teaspoons of olive oil, and then I'm starting with 1/2 of a chopped onion. Give it a little salt, let it go. We're gonna let these get translucent, and then to that I'm adding in a cup of diced celery and a cup of diced carrots, along with 2 cloves of garlic. Mix that around. I don't like to leave it in here too long because I don't want the veggies to get really mushy, so I let it go just for about a minute or 2, and then I transfer all of that shredded chicken right into the pan along with some seasoning. So 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a little bit more salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I've got some hot wing sauce. Now you can use any wing sauce you like, and you can get any heat you like, so by all means make it work for you. I will of course link to my favorites down in the description box below. Mix that all together, and the goal here is that all of the chicken is coated in the sauce and all of the seasonings are well distributed. If you find that it looks a little dry, just add a little extra sauce. Easy peasy. Then you're just gonna leave this on the stove long enough for it all to heat through, so really no more than 5 minutes. Shut your heat off, transfer it into a bowl, and then to build these lettuce cups, I am back to my butter lettuce. I stack them together, and then I spoon the chicken mixture into the lettuce cups, And then what I like to top these with is a drizzle of blue cheese dressing and then a few more fresh chopped scallions over the top. These are so good, and if you're a wing fan, you're gonna love this lettuce cup variation. But of course, I'm super curious to know, after watching all 3 of those recipes, which one intrigues you the most? Which one do you think you will try first? Come on down to the comments below and let me know, and make sure that you snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook with your own beautiful, clean and delicious creations. And my dear friend, if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this video with anybody else you know who wants to eat well, cook more, and feel great. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Danny Spies. I will see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers. Hey guys, it's Danny, and here we go, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, it's Danny, and so many of you have been asking me for very easy dinner ideas, and I don't know an easier, more delicious dinner than lettuce wraps. Ready? Hey guys, it's Danny, and woohoo, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, it's Danny. No clapping your hands, Dan. Hey guys, it's Danny, and I am here because so many of you, I drank some margaritas before. Joking. Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I've got some hey guys, it's Danny.